So we all know what happened with the NSA. So this guy blows the whistle. What's his name? Snowden?
Edward Snowden.
Snowden. So this guy Snowden, right, is working for a defense contractor. He gets inside information. He blows the whistle, and it turns out that the government has been collecting all of our phone call data and all this stuff. So we don't really live we don't have liberty or freedom. I thought we gave it away a long time ago. I'm not kidding. I always thought the Patriot Act meant that they were doing this all the time anyway, which I don't understand what the big deal is. Didn't you think that, Karen?
Yes, actually. When you,
That's why they signed the Patriot Act, so they could do this shit. Isn't that why they did that?
It's like this is it was a revelation that I don't think is stunning to anyone, but was necessary to confirm what we already know. Like, I feel like if anybody saw the Sandra Bullock vehicle, Vanette, which I think we all remember, of course. Soon, I'm sure to be on TCM. That like you knew this was happening.
The classic.
Right. Yeah. It was ahead of its time.
I just like that there's people that post every single meal they have every day of the year, and then suddenly they're like, "What? The government's watching me?" Then log off, friends. That's all you have to do. Solve it. What?
That is so funny.
Here I am. Here I am in Burbank.
Are you going to brag about your daughter on Twitter? And Facebook?
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
For what?
That's why I'm not going to have kids. So.
Oh, just in general?
No, because I logged on to Facebook the other day, and the first two posts on my news feed was two comedy friends bragging about their kids' baseball games. And I was like, I bet your kid would rather you not fucking brag about it.
I see what you mean. Like, first of all, I'm not on Facebook.
Oh, you're not?
No, on Twitter. No, I will make fun of her on Twitter. Fuck it up.
Okay, I got it.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here is Congressman Ellison.
You watch Game of Thrones by any chance?
Oh, yeah.
I like to, my daughter's 11 weeks old, and I told her, I like to say to her at night, I like to whisper in her ear, the night is dark and full of terrors. Makes me laugh. She doesn't know what I'm saying, so who gives a shit?
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm sure it doesn't scare her.
No, she's fine.
So here's Congressman Ellison goes on this week with George Snuffleupagus to defend the president's NSA stuff. And so here's what he has to say about the president and NSA wiretapping scandal.
The nature of the job. The executive is always going to go right up to the line. It's the responsibility of the legislature to balance these important equities.
Yes, it's a balancing act, right? On one side, you have the president violating the Constitution, and on the other side, you have the Congress also violating the Constitution. It's a real. And then they got to come together and then blame the president for it. That's what.
It is a nice balance.
Yeah.
Yes, it balances out nicely when they both do it. Yeah. Good.
It doesn't. Does that bother you?
The NSA thing?
Yeah.
Or just the fact that he's saying it's not a problem?
He's saying it's not a problem. An elected representative saying, that's what he said. The president is supposed to do this almost.
Well, that's the reason I don't watch any of that stuff or really pay attention to almost anything anymore.
Yeah.
Because everyone is absolutely full of shit and no one is honest. And of course we're being monitored. And of course, it's like when you get a thing on the side of your Facebook page that tells you your favorite restaurant and when it's going to be open next, something terrible is happening. Like I left Facebook because these ads kept coming up that were picking words out of my status updates to like go, well, if you like that, you're going to like this. And I was just like, that's horrifying.
So that started to happen to me. They really are doing that. That's how they.
Yeah, it's the way they pull
Facebook
words.
is gross.
Facebook is super creepy.
I have like 175 baseball hats, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm like 9, and so, but every time that I go look at, and then I look at them sometimes, and then I don't buy them because I have 150 hats, and I'm trying to be a responsible person.
Yeah.
And and then as soon as I look at one, for days on every web page I go to, there are ads for those hats.
Yeah.
Oh, that's how they're doing. Yeah. So I checked into a backup from my computer, and now everywhere I go, there's that backup from Amazon on every website. Those son of a bitches.
It's almost like we accept it in some ways, but then it's just like, and now just to the reveal that yes, of course the government is doing the exact same thing, but scanning to make sure that you're not going to blow up a major public place. Then that's when everyone freaks out. We've been kind of like trained to slowly accept this
with the frog in the pot, right? It's been happening.
Yeah.
And they certainly 9/11 was oh boy. And people forget. Anyway, let's go to the second clip. Here's what Ellison had to say. I forget what he's saying, but especially it's horrible. Here it is.
Bruce, do you think Congress has done their job in overseeing?
No, I don't. I think we need to peel it back, and we need to make sure that we're considering the Constitution when we write these kind of laws.
I like how he does it. We have to consider the Constitution.
You know
that
thing.
fucking pain in the ass. Yeah, it's the Congress's job. Like I said, it's the Congress's job to make sure that people's privacy is protected. And if it isn't, it's Congress's job to make sure nobody finds out about it. That's what he's saying.
I mean, the only good part of that is he does seem to say we need to peel it back. I don't know.
Okay.
Does he mean peel the law back? I don't know what he means.
He said, I think he's saying that just for old time's sake.
Let's just peel everything back and then see what happens.
Ah.
But I think you're right. After 9/11, everything changed. It just became kind of the Wild West. And it was the idea that at Patriot Act, everyone kind of turned it over like, we need to let the government do whatever they want because we have to get the terrorists or the enemy or
well, isn't
whoever.
it funny how how many people got killed in the Boston bombing? 3 people?
3.
3 people get killed in the Boston bombing. How many people just got shot in Santa Monica? That is off the news already. It's gone. They locked down Boston for a whole day. 6 people get killed here by a guy with a high-powered rifle just randomly shooting people on buses, in a library, just walking down the street shooting people. Now bury a blip on the news.
But because we're used to it. It happens all
So
the
if
time.
you would have did it with a pressure cooker and we'd still be talking about it.
I wouldn't be able to get home. I wouldn't be able to get out of Santa Monica.
Yeah, if that guy was a Chechnyan, we'd all be afraid.
Yeah.
That's right. That's actually true. Apparently, the method of death, the method of your murder, matters to the government.
Yeah. So, and you know what though? If those people on the bus would have had a gun, and the people in the library would have had a gun, and then the guy that he carjacked would have had a gun, and everybody would have been okay. You need a good guy with a gun to get a bad guy with a gun.
Is that true?
That's what they say.
Those are the facts,
Just
yeah.
everyone shooting everybody in Santa Monica?
I think so.
What about the promenade? What I think is funny though in that idea, and I mean this might be completely ignorant, but it just is silly to me that someone's saying like the government needs to take care of anything at this point.
Yes.
Like that we are actually depending on the government to protect us or take care of things, or no, they aren't doing anything about anything.
No, they're doing the opposite. They're protecting the people who are actually screwing us. They're in it's crony capitalism in the bank. So nobody's going to jail, except Martha Stewart. The whole deal. I mean, yes.
She went to jail.
Yeah, you know that.
Well, you're saying nobody went to jail.
Except Martha Stewart.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They got, like I said, they got Martha Stewart.
I thought you were citing Martha Stewart as an example. She's still running wild,
No, I'm saying
crafting, putting together gorgeous dinner parties everywhere. Sick of it.